Hey folks, I hear it now. Anger is building. Whoa! So just like this overnight. Today is the 21st day of March, and Doge got blocked from accessing our social security and information, blah 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 blah. And in the same hand, the acting director of Social Security, I don't even want to mention the guy's name, says, "Well, we'll just bring a halt to Social Security, which is going to affect most of MAGA and most of the people over the age of 50 or people that are receiving Social Security." And it's kind of bittersweet. But here's the deal. I'm here to discuss today is the problem of censorship. You see YouTube and Facebook and all this stuff that we use to maybe hold conversations or communicate is being censored because they fear violence. Oh, violence is the normal human reaction to stimulus such as what we see happening today. But we got to be careful, and we got to set some rules of engagement. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the first rule here is to raise your voice, but that's hard to do on the internet. So we need to change some of our tactics. So one of the things we need to do now is use our mouths, our ability in person to communicate with one another, to coordinate, to do what must be done. Yes, that's the correct order right there. So if you're on the internet, you want to share things like what I'm sharing, and you find you get shut down, or maybe you see some MAGA person that's screaming about this, that voted for this guy, and they're hurt because they got thrown under the bus, and you get shut down for simply saying, "Hey, you voted for this." Huh? We got to stop that, America. So we have something more powerful than the computer or the internet or anything on the face of this earth, and that is we all have a mouth to speak and a brain to think. It cannot be hacked. It cannot be surveilled. It cannot anything. So, one way to look at this is imagine all those people that work for our national security agency that morning that comes in and they're like, "Man, there's just been no chatter on the internet for us to monitor." Well, why? Because the people are using their mouths and their heads, and we can't quite get involved in that. But ladies and gentlemen, there's got to be rules of engagement. So let's talk about this. You don't want to go after your neighbors because they're Americans like you and me, whether Democrat or Republican. We can't focus on the anger for the people that got hornswoggled because they got hornswoggled, and that can happen to any of us. That only leaves one class of individuals that might need to be unalived. Guess what that is? Oh yes, that's the people who brought you this crap, who are destroying your security, your stability, your livelihoods. Everything is in the mix here. Ladies and gentlemen, the first tactic is start to remove yourselves from the internet. Begin to use that brain and that mouth. Communicate. Civil disobedience, full stop. It's time to bring their system to an end, and then we can rebuild our system. We can maybe change everything, because the people that have caused this disruption, the people that want to rule over us, the people that have tyrannically decided to play the game, the people that said they don't like it when their First Amendment rights are violated, but it's okay as long as it's not them, they will be gone. We will bury them somewhere, maybe. But it's going to be a hard fight, because America, the problem that is destroying our nation hasn't come from Russia. It came from within our own nation. And so, like, all of us bear some responsibility here. But if you're out there, you're fighting the good fight, let's take it to another level. Let's take it off the internet. This is a great place to post little pictures and videos about your little sailing experiences, your flying or whatever. But for the communications purpose, all planning, all ideas can't be done on the internet. So let's do one better. The only ones that should fear government, we shouldn't be the ones to fear government. Let's put it this way. The quote goes like this: government should fucking fear us. It's time to maybe change the way things are. Maybe that's what the rest of the world is waiting for, is the day that the American people, light goes off, we get it. It won't be hard to fix the problem, but we're going to have to break a few branches. Good luck, America. I said it. Now, it's up to you to figure out how to do it. But I think you already know how. We've been doing it. It's natural. Brain, mouth, unhackable, unsurveillable. Put your phones down too when you're meeting and discussing these things. We don't want them listening in. So like if you're in that stage where you understand that a revolution has begun here in America, make sure in all meetings that you all put your phones in a box and have that phone box removed completely from the environment where the meeting is at. It's time, ladies and gentlemen. If we don't rise up now, the outcome is not going to be favorable for any of us. That's why they made us the way they made us. Let's be great. Let's get rid of this great abomination and stain on our country. Go back to living fair.